Привет! In this episode of Garage Formosa, we get stuck into the Lada. Yeah. Alright, so we'll get cracking into it. It is by far easier to remove the grill, remove the radiator. We'll do all of the front end, pulleys, case, we'll do all that sort of stuff. Later on, then I'll do the fuel pump last actually. We'll do the carby, then we'll do the intake, then we'll do the fuel pump. And then, should be able to start it, and it'll be supercharged. So we'll get cracking into that. I've already drained the radiator. So, yeah, remove that, remove that, remove that. And it should be sweet. There is a surprising amount of room, because these are old, obviously. And they are very wide, because you do see some of these, there has been a few V8 conversions, which I won't be doing. And there is meant to be a spare tyre here, so also remove that, because the spare tyre definitely won't fit anymore. Let's cracking onto that. Do you want to be part of it?
Yeah, rightio guys, so far Jay's removed the grill from here. He's also removed the radiator from here. He's made sure there's nothing here obstructing anywhere to go. So we've got to get this off, down here, harmonic balancer. We've taken the carby off with a little bit of force and might. Other than that, we're just slowly working through it.
Awesome.
So he's also removed that spare tyre brace as well over here that went from here to here.
That is also the bonnet support, so we'll put in gas struts at a later date. I do need to move. Hopefully, I've got a socket big enough for that. It's a monster.
Righto guys, so we'll keep going. AJ, what do you reckon?
Let's
go.
Alright, so we'll put the new front case on, harmonic balancer, a couple of pulleys or idlers. Make sure you order separately the seal that goes in there, because it doesn't actually come with it. And you don't want to get it started and have to wait 3 weeks to get it, because that would suck. So it's pretty straightforward taking it out. Leave these 3 bolts out, because the Supercharger uses those 3 bolts for pickup and these 2 up here. 13. This would be a lot easier if you have a proper shed, but mine is full of motorbikes. So we have to do on the dirt.
We love playing in the dirt anyway.
But I'm pretty sure this is how Ferrari done it. I think their factory is outside. The severe cutbacks of the Italian economy.
COVID.
I suppose I could use a rattle gun for this.
But we won't.
I'm sure there's a torque setting for this, but yeah, they don't tell you, so it'll just be about there.
And don't over tighten it either, because you are tightening straight onto alloy. If you over tighten it, there is a chance you can crack it, which is what we don't want.
About right, I reckon. So the most exciting bit. Good looking bracket. It's no bad Obsession Motorsport bracket, but Alrighty, so we hit our first snag. It's not a major one, but it is something that needs to be sorted. I was planning on changing the alternator anyway, but I will need to change it sooner rather than later. But I'll show you what we mean. So, looking pretty good. Pretty happy. As I said, I will change this eventually and probably have the blow-off valve sitting in a bit different place. I don't really like it down here because of that. I could probably face it out this way a bit more, but you know, the radiator is there. Can't put it there because it's rocker cover. Probably needs to be here or something. Completely out of the way. That's not the filter it came with, that's just the one that was already on there. Mainly because I'm not going to run a pod filter. It is purely on there until I sort of sort out a sealed unit that'll sit up here. Or up here probably, where the spare tyre was, and then that'll go into a snorkel. The snorkel is now on the other, because obviously intake used to be over here. Snorkels made for these are all on that side. I've got to make up another one, or get one made up. So I'm using that for now. It's really not a good idea probably, because you know, hello, that is the tyre in there. And obviously stuff comes up. It's not going to suck in too much hot air, although it will suck in a bit because the exhaust manifold isn't here, it's over this side. But the issue is the pulleys. All the pulleys are on, all the pulleys look good. I'm very much liking it, except the alternator you'll notice. And that's pretty much due with this alternator sitting too far out this way, or this one, the pulley, having this bubbly side. It pushes the pulley too much out that way. So you see now it sort of lines up pretty good down there, but by the time you put that on there with any sort of space, it kind of needs to be there. I did look at the one on the Ladamoscow page, and theirs looks significantly different to mine. So that could be the issue. I was planning on upgrading anyway because these are very, very weak, which were fine for the factory car, but you know, I plan on running a winch, lights, got an amplifier and stuff in there now. So I was going to upgrade it anyway. Ladamoscow sell plenty of upgrade kits from, and plenty of upgraded alternators, I mean. So I'll pick one of them and put it on, and I'll talk to him about which one will fit, because he's very, very helpful, and I've pestered him plenty about this kit already. Probably it's not too much of an issue, but it is something to be aware of. I got the installation kit, or I think it was called, for this carby. I didn't really know what it was for, but I believe it is to have the linkages over here on this side, because obviously most Ladas are left-hand drive to send over there. This is right-hand drive, so just go straight out in, which is this bracket used to hold it. This one sort of sits differently, and that cable sits differently, so she's sort of a fair bit off. So I'll make up another one. It'll be no binky bracket or anything, but I'll make up something alright, something that'll at least do the job, and still need to do a bit more plumbing up. And to be aware that you can't really run the emissions with that carby, and it actually doesn't fit, because the canister used to sort of come in here. You could probably reroute it somewhere, or you could reroute it somewhere. Put it where the batteries, put the battery somewhere else. You might be able to fit it over there. I'm not sure, but with that carby you can't run it. Now maybe there's a way of running it. I am not a carby expert. It is kind of unfortunate because, you know, it's emissions, but them's the breaks of having a sweet Lada. So yeah, do that. I still don't do the fuel system. All I've done is put a hose into the carby, put the filter in. I'll fix it up down there, run it up against the bulkhead, and I do need to put in a fuel pump. I just bought an inline pump. For the love of God, make sure you get one for a carby. You know, you don't want to be putting like a Bosch pump for an injected car in here, because it'll just blow the piss out of the carby. It's only like, it's low pressure, you know, like 4 or 6 psi sort of thing. So I've got a carby pump. It's an inline one. Probably could run it over here, because you know the exhaust manifold's over this side. Make up some sort of heat shield. It might be able to run it there. I don't know, but I'll run it in the back. Hopefully there'll be somewhere easy to put it, because heat is not the friend of them. But she's looking pretty good. Sort the alternator, sort that pulley, and then she'll be all in. Then I can put the radio back in. I'll be running a thermo fan, because it does fail on the pulley, the original fan. So that's another cost to put in, although most people put them in anyway. I've got a few sitting around, so I'll just pick out the best one to fit. Yeah, so unfortunately that's the end of doing the installation. The next video will probably be doing the fuel pump, some fuel lines, maybe do a bit more plumbing. Yeah, pretty keen, pretty good looking bracket, holds it in there well, 2 bolts up there, 3 down there, so hopefully it'll be sweet. Well, it will be sweet. Plenty of people run these with, from what I can tell, good success. Pretty damn keen. I cannot wait to get this thing going, so I can see what, because I will be putting this on the dyno to see what it makes. Obviously I haven't done it already, so I kind of just have to go at what other people are making. But obviously this is not a high horsepower car. It'll just be some fun, a bit more poke, then I'll be happy. So unfortunately that's all there is for the install for now. I'll see you in the next video.